Creator of the universe, all glory be to you. Your hand is strong and mighty, magnificent work you do. Your grace is unmeasurable, your love is ever true. God of heaven, we honor you. Oh, we honor you. Creator of the universe, all glory be to you. Your hand is strong and mighty, magnificent works you do. Your grace is unmeasurable, your love is ever true. God of heaven, we honor you. God of heaven, we honor you. Oh, God of heaven, oh Lord, we honor you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, God of heaven, we honor you. Yes. Oh, we sing. Oh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. How are
Could have
you?
gave me just a little more.
We are back. We are excited tonight to be back with you. We're back on our rotation every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We will be here. And you were just listening to my latest release, Creator. We released
So
that
pretty.
in July. And we are excited about what God is doing in the life of T.H.S.A. Records. We just had a new release with one of our newest artists, Vincent Praise, and we'll play that a little bit for you when we get ready to leave the show. We played it last week as well. He just released his first debut single, which is called Limitless God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaine was talking about how she was listening to it today.
Yeah, I was listening to it this morning. I said, "Oh, let me listen to Limitless God."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great track. It's not what you would think. It's more urban contemporary. We
Yeah.
actually, I think we listed it under like gospel reggae or something like that. It's a nice piece. He did a nice job with it. And after we did the backgrounds, he was so funny when he came back in the studio. He said, "Y'all made me do my lead over." I was like,
Yeah, he was like, "I got to go in and I got to
yeah,
pump this up a little
yeah,
bit."
yeah. That's what's up. This week coming out, no, next Friday, we have Mark Wanzer is one of our artists. He has a new release coming out, which is called Jesus Says, and that will be releasing on the 25th of that's next Friday, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, next Friday, the 25th of October. So we're excited. And next week we will actually be doing a virtual release party with Vincent Praise and Mark Wanzer together. So you'll get to hear their stories behind their latest singles and celebrate them for what God is doing with their musical journey. And we're excited for them for that. If you didn't get Elaine's latest single, go download it. It's called Help My Unbelief, and it is out right now on all digital platforms. So there is no excuse. There it is right there. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's an awesome piece. We actually started. If you want to hear it, you can hear it because we started the show with Elaine's song last week. So go check it out. It's an awesome piece of work.
I've been getting a lot of feedback on your artwork.
CD
Oh my
cover.
gosh.
Thank
Cover.
you.
I had a lady stop me in church yesterday and she was saying she was physically not able to see, but she said, if it wasn't for God, trusting God to lead her, she said she physically was having issues with her eyesight. She said the left side with the smoky side, that's how she was seeing things.
Wow.
And she said she's trusting God for the miracle.
Yeah.
But she said that picture reminded her of, she's like, this is how I would describe to my doctor, like, this is how I'm seeing right now.
Oh, man.
But God is clearing it up.
Yeah.
He's clearing it up.
Yeah, awesome.
So I can't wait to hear about her miracle. Hey,
welcome, Tim. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're excited to talk to Rasheem too. It's been many years since I've spoken to him. We did a play together. We'll talk about that when we bring him on. But it's been a long time. But thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share and like and share it with your community because we're going to have a great conversation with this awesome man of God tonight. He is all over the place. Let me just put it that way. And he's anointed beyond belief. And we're going to just get into his musical journey a little bit in a little bit. I really don't have any more announcements other than that.
I think I'm good. I can't think of anything else other than, we're just.
We got UMAC is coming up this Saturday. If you are, if you're not busy, you should find yourself at Tabernacle Baptist. It's Baptist, right? Tabernacle Baptist Church in Burlington, New Jersey. In Burlington, New Jersey at 3:00.
Better get there early for a seat. Yep.
Absolutely. For the UMAC concert. It's going to be nice. We got some of our people coming in from all over the place. Yeah, it's going to be great.
And folks are leaving there. After that's over, they're running up to Trenton. Tony Jackson's having a concert.
Yeah, that's isn't that at the theater?
Is it at the theater?
I don't know.
I thought it was at Galilee Baptist Church.
Okay.
In Trenton. So folks are going to leave Tabernacle after the service, and they're just going to do a continuation and keep it moving.
That's what's up. Yeah. So we're excited about the move of God that's happening in the music world around us. Anyway, that's some of the things that we know that's happening. We try to announce them. If you have any announcements or you wanted to know anybody to know anything about what's going on, hit us up, or we'll share it on our pages, and we will talk about it so that our community can know. Hello, James. How are you?
Hi.
Thanks for tuning in.
One thing that we're really excited about is D. Corey Shipley's The Writer of Hold On, recorded by Ricky Dillard, is made it through round 1. So they're waiting to hear, it's made it for consideration for a Grammy. So we're waiting to see if it makes round 2.
Yeah.
So keep praying.
Yeah, that song is doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
Doing really well. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, if I think of any announcements, we'll talk about them during the show.
Okay.
But without further ado, we're going to bring our guest on. Welcome, Rasheem. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can't complain.
Yes.
It's good to see you and to talk to you.
It's good to see you guys too.
He still looks like a little kid.
Remember when I was a little kid?
I know he's grown.
Oh man, to God.
Welcome, Ajan. Hey, that's I know who you are. How are you?
Ajan, yes. What's up, sis?
Yeah.
Tim Ewing's on here, so he was talking about you being a Kindred Award winner.
Yes. Tim is a great guy, man.
He is. He really is.
We love Tim.
They have an amazing platform set up for gospel artists locally and abroad, to be platformed and celebrated and appreciated. So he's a great man.
He does.
Yeah. Oh, hey Pat, thanks for tuning in. And she let us know that Tony Jackson starts at 5.
Yeah.
And
hey, I love you.
All right, so Rasheem, catch us up. Tell us what's been going on and how you. Let's start with how you got started. I know this story, but you can tell it to our fans.
Oh man, well I've been musically interested since I was about 6 or 7 years old. My grandmother used to take me to all of the apostolic First Day Church in Norfolk, Virginia, and she would platform me as their special guest. I was her highlight every year at the conventions since like 6 or 7. So I was. I won't complain. That was my grandmother's favorite song.
At 6 or 7 years old?
Yes, that was my grandmother's favorite song from me. My grandfather.
Oh, no wonder.
Radio station. My grandfather was on WTMR, so I would be his special guest sometimes for years and years. I've been a help to a lot of churches, but I've been a member of one church my entire life.
Okay.
That's incredible.
So St. James Apostolic Temple is my home church. Apostle Joseph Scott is my pastor still presently, thank God for him. I am employed as well as minister of music at the Church of Christian Compassion in Philadelphia currently. So I just had a lot of things going on, music director for Pastor Dietrich Haddon. We've been traveling the entire world. We did the I Got Away tour recently. We did the Stellar Awards, Sirius Radio, XM Radio, and he also has a recording coming up that I'm a part of on November 30th.
Okay.
It's the 25th anniversary of Chainbreakers, so he's redoing all of those songs.
Oh, again. Wow.
Really?
Yes.
I love Dietrich Haddon.
So we have a major part in that. And I travel with, Pastor Bubby Fan. As many know, I was Ty's understudy for years. And I cannot forget about the wonderful start that the Sanders family gave me. From high school on, playing and traveling with this amazing choir and group. Lamont had us working like slaves. And
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He had us working like slaves.
Do you remember we had horns and everything?
Everything.
But you had those guys.
Man.
Well, all your you musicians crack me up with all your Katrice is the same, whatever it is. on the 1, on the 3, 4, 5, and and you just know what's next. And I'm like,
Man.
what are
And the
these
team was
signals?
amazing. Ray,
Ray,
AJ,
Trevian,
Ray. Oh my gosh, man, we had a team.
AJ.
AJ. Oh my God, it was unmatched at the time. So
Yeah, you guys
Lord.
were bad.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you like traveling?
No.
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 You prefer to
My
be
latter
home?
years, let me tell you, when I was younger, I loved it. Like 13, I did. I don't know. A lot of people don't know I did secular as well as gospel. And in my younger years, I did Queen Esther tour. So it was a lot of traveling. And then as I got older, I did a little bit of traveling, and I kind of chilled out. And my mom is texting me. She said, "Don't forget Saint Dana Saray." Dana taught me how to play organ and keys. He taught me how to play before I went to school and further education. But so in my latter years, I remember right before COVID, Dietrich and we went to Africa, and I got to Paris, and I experienced so much anxiety.
Wow.
I mean, getting on that plane, you had no service, no nothing. So I couldn't talk to my kids. I couldn't talk to my mom. Nobody. I had no access to nothing. And I remember looking back to one of my brothers that traveled with me, Rich. And I'm like, bro, he's like, bro, just calm down. We're going to get through it. So since then, long plane rides and just being on a plane, closing in general, I tend to get a sense of anxiety. So no, I don't like that.
I was going to ask you which was the worst part, because I don't like packing and I can't stand waiting for the flight. So what's your worst? Just going?
I think because it's global, waking up in the middle of my rest and realizing I'm still on the plane.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of traveling, it's like,
and you're still in the air.
Oh, it's the worst. We were coming back from Dallas. We did the state fair about a couple weeks ago. And I woke up and I felt like they just turned all of the air conditioner off in the plane. And I broke out into sweat. And I'm like, with the fan on up top, I'm like, come on, I got to get some air or something. And I look back and I'm like, Rich, I'm having one of those moments. He's like, bro, just stay calm. We're going to be okay. So getting through it, and then prayer, and then asking God, to cover us and protect us.
Yeah, that's how I was when I went to California. When I woke up in the middle of the flight, I was like, we not there yet? Like, we need to be there. It was just that was a lot for me. I don't like the airport experience at all. I'm okay once I get on the plane, but it's the airport experience that gives me anxiety. Like I am not going to be that chick, like, what's his name? O.J. Simpson running through the airport. That's my worst nightmare. And then I still miss my flight. Like that is like,
Do you find that, and I know Katrice and I, we deal with this all the time, just with our vocal cords, period. I feel it's humbling. Like, do you find that that's one of the things that, like, how God humbles you, like, with flying, like you know, some people think that they're there. You're never there spiritually. And it's one of those things that God, like, he just knows how to throw a little zinger in there to say, I need to remind you that I'm in control.
Yeah.
And this is my show. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the, having a little anxiety, and I'll say little because, God allowed you to get through it and manage it. But it does, for me, it always seems like it takes you to another level of faith, because it's like, Lord, I need you to get rid of this. I need you to work this thing out.
Always. And, people always ask me, ministering in front of larger crowds and then coming back to, my home church isn't large. It's not big, at all. And they always like, how do you come back? How do you maintain humbleness? Do you get afraid? Do you get scared? And I'm like, I'm never afraid when it's my time to minister. But I would say that definitely keeps me grounded and focused on, the creator of what I have. It's crazy because I'm never nervous again. I don't care how many people or if it's not, I'm going to minister the same exact way, whether it's 1,000 or whether it's 2. You know what I mean? So I guess that would be a sense of what keeps me grounded and humble. But I got people that remind me all the time. My mom is, I don't care who you are. You could be the MD of Jesus's band. He's always going to be Rasheem George Shambry to me.
Come on.
Yeah.
Can we talk about his mother for a minute?
She's watching too. She is watching.
We met Rasheem, and then we met his mother.
Yes.
I mean, I love how she supports you, and she's that she's that faith reminder. She is a constant reminder, but I don't care where you see her, soon as she smiles, I'm like, there's Rasheem's mommy. She's always so pleasant, so warm, so loving, and she is always supporting you. And she has always been. Has she ever gotten on you? Like, she just seemed like she's so sweet.
Still now, to this day, she still gets on me. I don't care how old. I'll be 40 in a few months. Well, in a few weeks. In a few weeks, at November 5th, I'll be 40. And
all right.
My mother still reprimands me as if I'm 11.
She keeps y'all straight.
She does. And you know what? For years and years, she's been our only. A lot of people don't know that. I always reference my father, my dad.
Yeah.
Scott has been that of a natural and spiritual father to me, but he's not my biological father. We've never known, myself and my two brothers, we've never met our biological father.
Wow.
And my mother has been the force. She's been the hand to hold us together, to teach us, and again, I agree, but I don't agree with the statement that women can't teach men how to be men, because I've had it.
I was getting ready to say,
to teach us, but they can definitely set the examples before us to show and say who we should look after, or who we should
emulate. Yes.
My mom, she's definitely been that rock for me and my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I have two brothers biologically, but she's just, she's been amazing and she's been a mom to so many of my friends.
Yes. And she's tiny. Tiny, and she's a powerful force.
Yes.
I knew she was nothing to play with. So, because she just kept y'all in line.
Oh, always.
I love it. Kudos. We honor her. We honor her.
So she's I guess she's trained to be a little tough.
What order are you in line of your brothers? Like, who's the oldest? Who's the youngest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I didn't know you were the oldest.
I'm the oldest. I'm the boss. They fall in line.
Yeah.
I know they watch it too. Like, no, I'm the oldest, and I love it. My brothers are extremely talented. Extremely. My brothers are musicians. Oh my gosh, man, these guys are probably my favorite musicians. My youngest brother is a drummer. My middle brother is a bass player. And when I say they are outstanding, these guys have a gift that's unmatched.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
We've been blessed.
Yeah, God is good.
Yes.
So when you come back home, do you work in your church, or you said you're a minister of music at another church, correct?
Yes. So here presently, I've been a little busy.
Okay.
Traveling, working. However, I would say the beginning of this month was when I started traveling again. But before that, even while on tour, it was like a demand for us to be home because I wouldn't miss Sunday morning. I would do compassion early, and then right after I would go. Now my pastor, it's one church in 2 locations now. He has one in Akron, New Jersey, and he's the pastor of True Word Apostolic Church in Philadelphia, which starts at like 12:30. So typically I would go play at Christian Compassion, and I wouldn't miss the 12:30 service, and then he would preach afterwards. And I would make sure I spend time. He's 82 years old, so
nice.
In the wisdom of it,
get
all I can get. And you wouldn't think he's 80 anything. He acts like he's 40.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
Yes. So I make sure I try to not only be present, but be faithful and serving as well.
So what's your process when you start writing?
Ooh. Are they just downloads?
It downloads. I don't know if I have a process. I think if artists stick to a process, then we can put them in a box. I think
I
if we
agree.
allow God to just open and download and give us what we need, but
That's good.
we can't do that until we indulge ourselves in prayer and the word.
That's it. That
So
is
that's
it.
in my opinion. It's crazy. We were in Dallas. I was having this conversation with Dietrich that's what's missing in the gospel network now. It's not a fresh sound that nobody's heard because ain't nothing new under the sun. It's
Nothing.
just the fact that we've negated so far from the truth and drawn closer to emotion that we've emotionally drawn people in, and that's not what draws.
Yeah. I just taught that I just did a songwriting class. I'm a member at Del Val in Willingboro.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just taught a songwriting class. We just did the Spirit and Truth workshop.
Mm.
And in the class, that was even before they sent me the topic for the class, that's what God downloaded. It's the message. And you can't get the message if you're not talking to the messenger. So
Absolutely.
like if you're not talking to God, if you're not in your devotions, and I mean daily, it has to be a regular conversation that you can just have with God in order for you to give the world or even the music industry or however you want to say where you're sending your music, what
Sure.
God is saying. How do you know what he's saying if you're not talking to him? You're
Sure.
not spending time listening to him. You don't even know what his character is.
Sure.
And I gave them some examples of me and my husband were on vacation. And you know how you got that iTunes thing and you could just hit like the button that says gospel or whatever, and it plays all gospel songs. So he went into the store while we were traveling. I hit the gospel button.
Mhm.
And so I'm expecting to hear a gospel song. And this song, like the only time this person mentioned Jesus or the Lord was when she was asking the Lord to help her be nice or something to her man or something like that, right? So I when he got in the car, I said to him, I said, listen to this song and tell me what genre this is. So he says it's R&B, which it can be R&B gospel, but he thought it was just really R&B. And when I told him it was a gospel song, he was like, what in the world? There was absolutely no context about Jesus Christ, because that's what the gospel is about. Jesus Christ, him crucified. None of that. None of that was in that song. And
yeah, where's the good news?
that part. Where is the good news? That part.
Right.
And I
we're
was
so
like,
emotionally driven. That's the industry now. The industry is emotionally driven, realistically. No disrespect to any artist or any,
none.
but we're emotionally driven. This is the part that really, really, I think needs to be driven in. We will be judged by what we don't know, because you perish for the lack of knowledge. You
Yeah.
don't seek after the knowledge. If you don't study the word, you can't say, well, I didn't study that part. I don't know that part, so I can't be judged for it. No, that's not what that means.
Yeah.
Because you can study. You can go after. You can study to show yourself approved.
That's right.
So I think it's just a lack, and it's been easier for people to write songs off of emotion than to write off the truth. It's easy to judge off of experience.
You really have to be careful because music will pull on your emotions just naturally. Like you hear a song, if you're musically inclined, you're going to start moving. So
Absolutely.
you really have to be conscientious and intentional about your message when you are writing gospel music.
Sure.
I agree, Ajon. It has to be a Bible reference. It has to be. Like if I'm listening to a song and you're saying that it's gospel and I can't find it somewhere in the word, like something that you're saying, put it in a different category. It's inspirational. It's not gospel.
And that's fine.
Okay.
And that's okay. I don't want you to say that this is gospel music if it's something that's to inspire. That's what's emotionally driven. Your inspiration, then I can draw off of my experience.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because that experience should inspire you. What I've been through, And the fact that I made it through is the inspiration. But when we're dealing all the gospel and the truth, I got to go to the reference of what is deposit. So
come on.
It's got to be there. It has to be there. And I agree with you 100% that it is definitely missing, not just in the industry, in churches, because
absolutely.
they, now, with COVID and the lights, and you gotta be just right so that the people will listen to. I don't want them to turn me off to go to somebody else's church, this and that or whatever, and all of that kind of stuff. So it's not just the industry, it's churches too. Yeah. We have a question. So what are your future goals? Pat wants to know.
Oh man, what are my future goals? Are you talking long term or are you talking
do short and long?
So short term,
because that's Aunt Pat.
That's Aunt Pat, right. Short term goals. I want to start. I took a break from releasing music. Realistically, I took a break from recording and releasing, just because I had to do some refining and retuning. And we're on an honest platform. One thing as artists we have to learn and to remember is that we release what we have in us to the earth. The worst thing you can do is bleed all over the congregation.
Come on.
That you minister. I say that all the time.
That has been my word the past few weeks about bleeding on people.
So that's what I did. Right now, I feel, I'm not saying I'm there because we're not perfect, but I know I'm far, far, far from where I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So I would say my goals now is to deposit the level of strength that we need in this dispensation. That's why everything attached to me is strength. Now people would think I'm just promoting a brand or, promoting a group. And I am, but it's my deposit in the earth. Yeah. Because what's coming to us now, we're going to need a whole lot of strength.
Yeah.
To handle.
Yeah.
And the level of my deposit is based off the scripture, strengthening that which remains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you encourage your
tuning in?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was thanking Marquetta for tuning in.
Oh, thank you, Marquetta. How do you encourage your team? Because you have what God has given you, and I know you're the leader, and then you've got folks that you're responsible for this ministry, this brand. So what is your requirement for them?
We've built a family orientated, level for our team. So we're not just people or extensions, or they're not just employees or people that sing background. Mm-hmm. The band is not just, the band that I hire or anything like that. Those are my brothers. The team is they're like family. We do vacation together. We go out, we encourage each other. We strengthen each other. But most of all, most importantly, we never negate from, again, the substance of what we stand on, which is the biblical principle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have another question, but I just wanted to throw this in there, Katrice. I had the opportunity to hear them minister last weekend, and it was amazing. And my mind, as you guys were up there, my mind went back to, the age group is one of the it's a very, very important age group. And you guys really, for me, I think you guys really struggled the most during COVID, mental health, all those different things. And it was a lot to navigate and a lot to maneuver. How did you and your group navigate through that? Because, and that's what I was thinking when they were singing. I was like, I know God had to be at the forefront, but I just want to hear, your testimony, because it was a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
to get through.
I think what should always be the draw is love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we
Mm,
love each other with loving kindness. Have I drawn? We're
Yeah.
drawn to each other through the love. Now we don't like each other all the time. That's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna.
but you love each other.
And there's nothing I wouldn't do for each person on the team, and they know that. And for me, there's nothing that they wouldn't do for me.
Yeah.
So with that, we had to be, that foundation for each other, that encouragement for each other, and in times like that, you got to know how to kind of draw a lot closer in those moments. We are
Yeah.
close, and
Yeah.
there have been little imps and snares and things that have tried to come between us, but we talk it out, we fuss it out, we might argue it out, but overall, we get over it, we get through it,
Hmm.
brush it under the bridge. No, we confront it, we talk about it, and after that's done, we move on and we
Yeah.
continue in love.
Wow. Well, the
I think
relationship,
that's
it's
missing.
obvious the relationship. Y'all have so much fun.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's what's missing from this dispensation. We don't have true,
Yeah. Right.
we don't have
I
the
was
true,
going to say that
we
even
don't
in
have,
ministry, when I'm going into these places where people are calling me in to work with their ministries and stuff, it's like, well, what is the problem? The problem is that the person doesn't even know that they are the problem because no one wants to tell them that they
That
are
they're
the
a
problem,
problem.
or that they're having a problem. Like, no one is perfect. Like
Right.
there is on your job, when you do something wrong, they call you in the office and they tell you that you
mhm,
did something wrong. But church is like, oh no, you can't hurt their feelings. And all. It's not about your feelings. We learned from day one, this is a faith walk, not a feeling walk.
Yeah.
And sometimes have to have hard conversations with
Preach.
people. They don't even know that they're doing anything wrong. So you're not even helping them be better if you don't have that conversation.
right.
Yes.
And I've learned in love, you have to be able to accept correction.
Yes.
You can't say that you love me and I'm always right, because I'm not always right.
Right. Thank you.
If
Thank
you
you.
love me, I need to honestly be able to accept
Yes.
correction from you.
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me,
Hi,
Wow.
Ashley's
Esther.
on here.
Thank you
She's
for
on here. She's
tuning
mine.
in.
I
How
love you
are
too.
you?
Esther.
That's my aunt.
Hi.
Oh.
Okay,
Ajan's on
you got this question. Which era of gospel music do you enjoy the most? Choir, praise team, etc.
here. I love all music. I'm not a choir guy. If you really want to be honest, I love the sound of the choir, but I love all gospel, and that's all genres of music in general. I'm a
Yeah,
lover of music,
me
so
too.
there are certain things that I can listen to and gain from music that other people probably
Hmm.
would hate. But I have a strong love for music. I'm not much of a, I
Wow.
love choir music, or I love CCM. There are certain aspects of those, each genre or each facet
That
of
you
music
enjoy.
I
Yeah.
love, absolutely love, and would not change for the world. So,
Hmm.
Oh my
Yeah, my
goodness.
dad was a music teacher, and so we had to learn it all. You had to
mhm,
sing it all,
yep.
everything, show
I
tunes,
know.
whatever.
I was going to say, I love show
Me
tunes.
too.
Oh
I
yes,
love commercials.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you play around with like jingles and stuff like
all the
that?
time,
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. I mean,
yeah.
we do a song live, and it was crazy. Is I heard the song before, and then I heard it in Wawa, and I was like, oh yeah, we need to change this. And once I heard, I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's put these together, and
I
Mhm.
love it.
it just became
Yeah.
a hit.
Music is
A
so
hit.
much fun. It's
It
so
is.
much fun. It's a lot of fun. And
Oh
if
yeah.
you if you open up your mind again to our creator,
Mhm.
like it's like limitless, like the
Yeah.
things you can do with it.
Oh, of course.
We have another question.
Well,
Uh,
that I was just getting ready to say, how many instruments do you play?
when you gonna tell us that you're the baddest drummer in the land?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, so I play a couple instruments. I don't know how many, because I haven't played a lot of instruments since I was in school. So a lot of stuff I'm still rusty on. I still play keys. I play the drums.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a bass player, but I can, fiddle around a little bit on bass and guitar. I did some wind instruments, so
Yeah.
I could not play wind instruments. It gave me a headache. I couldn't do it.
Really?
I got about 3 minutes on the drums, though. Like 3 minutes. After that,
Yeah.
I know. See me lately, I done packed on some pounds, so all that playing for long, I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
Oh, she said, don't let him lie to you. He plays
Don't be lying. Don't be lying.
Well, what's interesting is Saturday, I was like, when I saw you get up on the get up to sing, I said, what is that thing? Because I saw you guys taking that out and getting,
Yes.
and I'm like, because Rasheem is very comfortable on the organ or keyboard. And I says, what is that thing? And I was telling Katrice, I said, what is it called?
That is hilarious.
What is it called?
It's called a keytar.
Keytar.
You played that when we were working on the play together.
I did. I did.
Yes. I remember you playing that.
Yes.
And I said, but of course he's going to sing and play the keytar because he's home when he's playing.
Oh yeah.
And then he just went berserk. It was just, it was fantastic.
To God be the glory. I think in these latter
Hey, Lamont, thanks for tuning in.
Sheem.
Lamont, that was our start. We were just talking about you, good brother. I think in these years I've become comfortable in my craft and my gift. As far as what we present, that keytar. A lot of people don't know. They give a lot of accolades to a lot of people, but I was doing that keytar when I was 14, 15.
Yeah, because that was years ago when we did that play.
Ty actually used my keytar in Stand Out. If you ever look at the Stand Out video, the keytar that he throws over, and that's my keytar that they borrowed.
Okay.
Yes. So
wow.
I've been in guitar situations for years and years.
James says, what was your inspiration behind writing the song Beautiful? That song is timeless.
Oh man. So me and my cousin Dominic Polk, he's from Philadelphia. I had a studio in Philadelphia at the moment. And the now beautiful is not the then beautiful. I was really I used to work along with some producers, and I was in a time frame where I wanted to exemplify who God was to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find the words, and I'm just like, yo, he's just like this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful situation, and trying to exemplify that in words. I just start writing, in my life, you made it right. You're so beautiful. There's no words to describe you and your divine love.
What's the melody? Like, how does it go?
I knew you were going to say that. It's like, in my life, you made it right. You are so beautiful. There's no words to describe you and your divine love. And then the chorus, because my life is obsolete and my world is incomplete without you. My life is obsolete and my world is incomplete without you.
I always thought every time I ever heard Rasheem, or even when we were working together, I was like it takes me so much effort to get a note out, and he just sings like it's butter.
Girl, like butter.
No effort whatsoever. Like, does he ever get hoarse? Like all these questions.
No, he could scream all weekend.
Yeah, right.
It's Wednesday. Exactly. I'm still trying to get my voice back.
I go to sleep. I go to sleep. That's it. When I'm done, I'm done.
Oh, Derek said that's the run he taught you. Derek Williams said that's the run he taught you.
Derek is
Joe,
Derek,
you crazy talking about child sleep. Yeah, sleep is good.
that's my guitar player. That's my keyboard player, Derek Williams, and he does my mixing and mastering. So if you ever need anything mixed and mastered,
See, they agree with me. Even when he claims to be hoarse, he still has a voice. They agree. They agree.
Please.
When Rasheem was always just, like when he was playing for the family, I mean, he just played. And then one day he was like, they were like, oh yeah, Rasheem. I'm like, he sings too? I was just like,
yes,
this is ridiculous.
Lamont. And Lamont know how to pull something out of you that you didn't even know you had.
Yeah.
So that dude is like we were talking, actually, we were on the same plane coming from the Stellars. And I told him, I said, a lot of people don't understand that you were the platform, the forerunner, the teacher for a lot of what we got going on now, with the Sanders family and the heritage programs and the rehearsals. And Mom had a studio in the back room, and we would rehearse back there, and we would have meetings, and it would be hours and hours and hours.
My sister did not care how long y'all stayed at her. It could be 24 hours. She didn't care, long as they were safe. I'm like, Glenn, send those people home.
We worked.
They need to be home in the bed.
We worked.
She did not care, as long as they were safe.
We made we would play until 4 o'clock in the morning. She would go in her room and be asleep.
Yeah.
We didn't care. She did not care.
Yeah.
But it perfected us, I took that to the group. Sometimes we would go sing, and if I didn't like what we did, we would go right to the church and rehearse right after.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that. I adapt that bad spirit from Lamont, that bad spirit off the church. We would do it because we had to work. We had to work on it. If you want to perfect your craft, it takes work. That's
right. You got to work on it.
Yeah.
And that was one thing he instilled in us. It's not done until you work toward it.
Yeah. So we're coming up on the near the end of the show. We got a couple minutes left, but we want you guys to understand that the song you are about to hear is the first time that's what your people told me, that it's debuting here. You haven't played it anywhere, right?
I haven't played it anywhere.
And we are honored, totally honored. Like, it's so
honored.
Cool. Like, it's the first time I've seen you in years and I get to play your song. Like, yo, I'm so excited.
Yes, this is the debut. I did this song a few years back with A. Jermaine. A. Jermaine wrote the song. And I feel like it's so present and so prevalent for the time that we're about to approach with the elections and everything that's about to happen. We need that deposit of hope that everything is going to be all right. It may seem like it's not. It may seem dark. It may seem weary, but every single thing that you're coming up against is going to be all right.
Amen.
Yeah. I'm excited too, Ajon. I am excited too.
I know.
We're gonna come. I don't have a YouTube video, you guys. Like, you usually see us sitting on the side jamming to the song. I'm gonna take us off the screen so you can see. Actually, you can listen to the song, and you're gonna actually see the artwork and just get into that and just get into the music and just listen to what God has downloaded to our brother Rasheem, because I am so excited that he said yes to this interview. Like, I'm like,
absolutely. We're family.
All right, here we go.
I've got a real good feeling that everything is going to be all right. We want to encourage y'all a little bit. Hey, Jermaine, you remember this? Here we go. Listen. I've got a feeling things are going to be all right. Say it again. I've got a feeling things are going to be all right. All right. Everybody help me say
Well, it's gonna be. Yeah, we would have been on the side of the screen like this, y'all, because everybody's hands was going like this backstage. Yes, I love
Thank you
it.
so much. Thank you so
I
much.
love it.
His background is
Absolutely.
so nasty. That band is so nasty.
Yes.
And well, they got to be because Rasheem is just ridiculous.
Great.
And woo. Uncle
So
Charles and
listen,
I were trying to figure out like who to pay attention to. We were like looking, and they're dancing and singing, and then the band is like, and Rasheem it was just. I said, "Oh, this is just so good."
It was they give me a lot of energy that I need, so I'm grateful.
yeah, we are excited. We are honored, and we just love you and thank you for allowing us to premiere your song.
Thank
That is
you.
so huge to us
Thank
personally because we know you. I mean, we've been on this journey a long time. And so it's like, yeah, like Elaine, when I said, let's interview Rasheem, I haven't talked to him in a long time. And she was like, Rasheem Shambry. I said, yeah. She said, I knew him from a kid. I was like, well, I haven't
yes.
seen him in a
I said
while.
he's getting ready to drop a single. I
Yeah,
said,
let's get him on the show. Yep,
Yes. Yes.
yep,
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And thank
yeah,
you again for setting this platform. We need more platforms like this to be able to, talk and encourage one another, especially in the music industry. We don't have
yeah,
it, and it's hard and I know we only got a couple minutes, but a lot of what I talk to a lot of people about is it's hard for us to have or find a good platform to release what we have in us because we
yeah,
have a lot of gatekeepers in the gospel industry.
hmm
A lot of gatekeepers that won't plow. As an artist, if I know that there are certain things that are required in the art in the industry, it's my job to encourage people not to take those turns, not to do
yeah,
this, to do that,
yeah, yeah,
but we don't have that. We don't have that anymore
yeah,
gospel industry. That's why kudos to my pastor, Bishop, to Lady Scott, to Pastor Herndon, to Dietrich, those people that
hmm
are to Pop Buddy, to Mom Drusilla, all these people that keep you grounded in what's the truth. You know,
yes,
what's the truth? Do we want to hear this? Do we need this? Is that
yeah,
acceptable? Is it not? And you got to know how to receive it. But we don't have that anymore. Nobody that's
yeah,
going to give you unadulterated truth to say, listen, you have what it takes, but you got to structure your life in this. You got to
yes,
you got to do this. And I believe that this is going to be a strategic platform for artists and people to be able to reach people that normalcy will not be able to reach. And I
Oh, well, thank
really
you.
appreciate
I
amen,
received that. We received that. Yeah,
amen.
that is so awesome. So
that.
we usually ask you to leave some nuggets. You started doing it already,
I
but
know
like
we've been
to
dropping them all night.
yeah, all night. To leave something that you like, if you had like your elevator speech, like if you were with this person who was trying to do what you do, want to
Mhm.
be, where you are, what would you tell them today? A nugget that they can grab a hold of and make real in their lives.
I think first I would say for you to perfect your craft. You got
Mhm.
to, like I said in the beginning, you got to study to show yourself approved. The church is the only entity that gives credential to people that are not worthy of the credential.
I just said that. I just
We don't
said that
study
today.
as
Today.
musicians. We don't study. We don't learn. We don't pray. If you're hired for this job, then as a person or an employee, you need to really study the foundation, every aspect of what you're being hired for.
Yep.
I'm a student of it. I want to know the hymns. I want to know CCM. That's why I don't
Yeah.
have a gyra, because I want to know everything about every aspect of music. And if you're a student of it, I believe the cultivating of your gift will become more prevalent,
hmm
opposed to you trying to just become a wonder by playing and allowing what you call your gift to enhance and practice.
Mm,
You can practice something consistently, but practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent.
hmm
What you permanently practice will definitely either help or hurt you.
That's good.
God cannot use you until you let go of you.
That's it right there.
I said this
Say
earlier.
that again. Say that
God
again.
cannot use you until you let go of you. You got to get yourself out the way. It's hard. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
No.
But the moment you make that conscious decision to let go of you, that's the moment he says, you know what? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I always talk about this, and I talked about it to one of my mentees earlier. I love the story of the prodigal son, not because he left and came back. My focus wasn't so much on that. It was on the son that stayed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been with my pastor for so long, so long. And one thing I pride myself on is for the people that come back, I'm always trying to gain the spirit of my leader because he's a loving man. He's a welcoming man. I've seen people do him dirty, talk about him like a junkyard dog, as he say, and he has loved them the same. One thing I noticed about the story of the prodigal son was he was upset that his father and them welcomed the prodigal son back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they threw him a party. And he's like, I've been here laboring with you.
Yeah.
And that's celebrating him.
Yeah.
We got to make sure we change the posture of our heart. That's why I don't get too involved in conversations of social media, what pastor said, what Diddy's doing, what I don't care about none of that nonsense. I got a posture in my heart.
Yeah.
I even turned my notifications off because I kept getting all this Diddy stuff and all this. I ended up turning my news notifications off.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my heart posture to change.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want my heart posture to change from trying to correct negative actions or negative things that I've done.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bleed on nobody. I got children. I got to make sure that my children and the legacy that I'm leaving for my children is in a positive manner. So that's, if I would leave anything, be conscious of your heart posture. Study to show yourself approved. Pray. If you seek him, he'll add all of that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. But you got to seek him first. So,
and that's what it says. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. He will do it. He will do it. Yeah. Thank you so much for saying yes.
Thank
so
you guys.
godly proud of you.
Yes, this is so awesome. Yeah.
Thank
well,
you.
Everybody, I promised you that I would give you a snippet of Limitless God. We're going to listen to that, and then we're going to go home. I do have a snippet. I played it last week, but I'm so excited and proud of Pastor Vincent Russ. His name, his stage name is Vincent Praise. I mean, this is his debut. He's been doing music for a while. If you can go get it, it is on all digital platforms. But we are James said, can he get an autograph?
Autograph.
If you stop crying in church, I'll give you an autograph. James got
Pat said you need to start a school for young musicians.
Man, so that was one of my long-term goals. I want to start a Christian-based music school that helps cultivate every genre of music.
Yeah, that would be great.
To talk to Brennan.
Yeah.
Brennan Pritchett is.
Brennan Pritchett.
That's one of his things too.
That's one of his goals too.
Maybe you guys can collaborate.
Definitely. That's my guy too. It's like a brother.
Yeah, Brennan is the dude. He's cool. I love Brennan. All right, you guys, we'll tune in next week. We will be doing a virtual release party for Pastor Vincent Praise, and for Mark Wanzer, who is releasing this coming Friday, next Friday, the 25th. Mark is releasing. The 22nd is their virtual release party. So we'll be back with those two artists next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being involved in the conversation. And thank you, Rasheem, for saying yes. It's been such a blessing and a pleasure.
Thank you, guys.
Keep your eyes and ears open for when Rasheem music hits, when it drops. Get it.
If you're not following him, go follow him on his social media platforms. They're down there at the bottom of the screen, so you will not miss his release date. So he didn't announce it on purpose, but if you follow him, you'll know when. So get on his social media platforms and follow him, encourage him, pray for him, and just lift the group up and I'm telling you guys, I say it all the time, we can't do this stuff without y'all. We need y'all. We need y'all. We floating on y'all prayers and keep moving, because we get tired and we get, things hit us hard sometimes, but we keep going because we know this is what God has called us to do. So we thank you again, and may God's grace and peace be with all of you. Hey, Pastor Minister Hall, how are you?
Mr. Henry Hall.
Yes, thanks for tuning in. Yes. Everybody's saying they love you, they love you, they love you.
I know everybody loves you, Rasheem.
Thank you so much. Love y'all.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and read all the comments.
I will.
Yeah. Wow. All right, everybody. Here we go. A 30-second clip of Limitless God. And good night. Have a blessed night, everyone.
Then Jesus set me free, and now I'm giving you my testimony. Nothing too hard for him. I serve. Nothing too hard. I serve. Nothing too hard. I serve.